Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Here's your brother in the struggle, in the spiritual struggle that we're facing with this made up pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let us understand some things. Let us understand the historical psychological operation that have been going on since the beginning of creation. A lot of people come to YouTube and they're making a lot of videos, and a lot of them is misinformation, a lot of them about coronavirus. Okay? But you know what? I'm here to tell you the truth. Are you ready for the truth? Okay? I'm not here, in fact, I tell you in my video not to listen to me, to do your own research. Now that you are home, please take the time. I'm going to send you some links which are going to back up whatever I'm going to talk about here, okay? Because I'm the only person on the internet that gives it the biblical context, the prophetic context of this game, what's going on. Because that's all it is. This pandemic is a game. In fact, if you look at the word pan, it's come from the Greek word, from a Greek god named Pan, which is satanic in nature, in all of its essence. Do your research on that. Pan, the god Pan. Now, the word demic, it means people. So he's the god over people. I mean, let us understand. Let's get it straight, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to start you with that. I'm going to read some of this, and then I give you my summary at the end. Okay? Got to understand the psychology of evil. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to learn one of life's little secret, and that is to turn something negative, something that have been made negative by having you stay at home, having all these businesses closed. Okay? And that is to turn something negative into something positive, as the world's so-called leaders have always done, in reverse. See? They turn something nice, innocent, beautiful, and positive into something ugly, corrupt, and negative. For it is in the misguided, demonic essence of reality as Satan's disciples through a history. From generation to generation, from empires to empires. And by the way, we see it at every level of society. For instance, if you take a quick glance on the before and after photos, if you take a quick glance at it, into how people look before, for instance, they became part of the entertainment industry, which is Hollywood, and how they live now, the difference is frightening, staggering, exponentially. Now, having said all of this, you got to understand the historical psychological aspect of evil. Since the beginning of creation, where our first parent, Adam and Eve, were subjected to this first psychological game by the devil, Satan. And ever since then, it has been downhill for humanity as a creation on this planet. And instead of observing, studying, and understanding the enemy, we join the enemy in all of its aspects, falling into what was created, the satanic human nature. And this enemy used very powerful tools by doing what actually humans have done by imitating and getting stuck in the Stockholm syndrome that they find themselves in. Humanity is in the Stock syndrome. They have become completely like the spirit, the god of this world, Satan. The devil has basically done the same. He imitates his creator, our creator, God, except that he flips the script. And he wanting to be worshipped. And he has adopted God's language, which is signs, symbols, and numbers. But he turns this language into destruction and hatred of the human creation. For instance, signs, he makes ominous signs. He uses signs to lead the human creation astray. Number two, he used symbols. Okay, he makes them pagan. I mean, just look at the symbol in the automobile industry, ladies and gentlemen. Just look at the symbolic of the WHO, the World Health Organization, all right, which is running this pandemic, and which, by the way, was the cause of it. And by the way, the World Health Organization was the culprit in the AIDS virus as well. These people have been at work for years. Remember, these are Satan's disciples. So here we go. So he uses symbols, he makes them pagan. Make people worship the sun. I mean, you can hardly go to any supermarket and do not see any sun symbols on any of the, because to him, by you worshiping creation, you are worshiping him. You forgetting about the creator. And that's exactly what he has done. And that's why he pushes this sun worshiping, which, by the way, the Roman Catholic does. That's why they worship on Sunday. All right? And they don't hide it. They don't hide their game. Sun, which means the bright stars in the sky, sun, and then day. In fact, down the pipe, there's going to be something called the Sunday law, that we must worship on Sunday, which in reality should be the Sabbath, which is the day of rest. When the Creator finished all of his creation, he rested on the Sabbath day, which is the day that I'm making these videos for you. Now, here you go. He uses numbers as well. He invented the evil numerology, which have been used in many different empires throughout history. Okay? In Greece. All right? In the Roman Empire as well. So, he invented the evil numerology to blindside and deceive humanity by using them exponentially to destroy God's creation. Here are some numbers that he uses, because after all, to him, it is a number's existence. Number 9, number 11, number 27. Remember the 27 club? I hope you are familiar with that. 13, which is the very symbolic number in the Masonic organization around the world, which, by the way, control this planet in a way. Not as the new world order that they're working on, because they want everybody in this thing. All right? 33. Remember? Walt Disney was 33 level. He was at 33rd degree in the Masonic, in the Freemason. 44, 8, which means for them the number of infinity. So being that he's the inventor of lies, he has been lying to the human creation to use it against them to justify their destruction. Just like his physical human disciples, his imitators, do they show, okay? That's why they show you what they're going to do before they do it. I mean, they've shown you in cartoons, movies like Contagion, which came back in 2009, Pandemia, which is a series going in on Netflix, and pandemic simulation done by the elite, Satan's disciple, including Bill Gates of hell. And that simulation was run back in 2019, October 2019, back in New York, my hometown where I grew up, called Event 201, with the never-ending Hegelian dialectic, which is problem, reaction, solution. And they're having fun with this thing right now. They created this pandemic, which is nothing more and nothing less than just a regular mild flu. But people say, oh, but people are dying, Ruben, all over the planet. Well, take a look at this. How do you know these things? Because they've been telling you in the media. Who do you think runs the media? You name it, CNN, Fox, MSNBC, CNBC, Facebook, even social media. Ladies and gentlemen, they run the whole show. Let me give you an example. And by the way, when I talk about these movies that it's been in cartoon like The Simpsons, Contagion, I'm obviously talking about this ridiculous coronavirus thing. And I'm making these videos to you because soon there will no longer be any videos coming out. They will put a stop to this soon. Believe me. They don't want the truth to get out there. They want the people to be hunkered down and stay in their home because the government says so. And by the way, I'm going to send you two very powerful interviews along with other links. Please pay attention. In fact, one of them is a doctor from MIT. I believe that I have sent you that before, but I'm going to send it to you again, where he exposes big pharma and all of this, and including Dr. What's his name? Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci, the guy running the show in the Donald Trump administration. Donald Trump should kick this man's ass out of there right now. This man have worked for 5 former administration. This guy is a big fan of the WHO organization. And by the way, if you look at the symbol of the WHO organization, the Worldwide Health Organization, the World Health Organization, have you looked at the symbol? What did I say about the symbol? They are everywhere. Have you looked at the symbol? It's a snake. Roar into this pole. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's keep going. Big Pharma, which in Greek means sorcery, poisoning, okay? Which actually comes from the Greek word pharmakia. And yet we have the audacity to complain about cartels, drug dealers around the world. In fact, those drug dealers and cartels are more honest than pharma. Pharma have been killing people in the millions. Okay? Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Just look at the commercial on your television. And by the way, that also should tell you, it's obvious. If you go to Fox, CNN, you go to all this mainstream media, MSNBC, you're going to look that they're going to be running some pharmaceutical commercials, big pharma commercials, because they pay those people's salary. You understand? Please, wake the hell up before it's too late. Big Pharma is the most evil and most powerful organization in the United States. Okay, and one of the things that that these people have made, not just Big Pharma, but in general the government throughout history. This is how they have governed their society. This is how they make them naive and control them. First, you make the people more manageable and controllable. See, because first you need them to corrupt them. Let them do whatever they want. Let them have relationships going against nature. And people say, well, the government approves it. Oh, it must be good. We're finally getting some rights. Little do you know that they're taking you down the rabbit hole to be destroyed. So the people are corrupted. Pornographic industry, the entertainment industry is on it. Okay? The entertainment industry, like Hollywood, in fact, in order to be part of Hollywood, you have to sell yourself to the devil. Believe it or not. See, this is what I love when I share this with you. Because you can either choose to believe it, you can either choose that I'm crazy, or that I'm some conspiracy theory, and you go along with that label that they have given us, or you decide to do your own research and see and be aware of the satanic matrix that we are all living under. But if you have a strong relationship with your Creator, you will make it out of this alive. And I'm going to show you some Bible verses that proves that. So, we need to corrupt them. Legalize drugs. Oh yeah, you legalize drugs. Okay? How's that going for countries that have legalized drugs? Okay? How's that going for them? Ladies and gentlemen, number 3, they push religion, some people. Religions have always been, and I said it again, and I will not get tired of saying it, it has always been, and it will always be until the Creator comes and destroys this whole thing. It's been a concept that was concocted and invented by the father of lies, the devil. In fact, Karl Marx said it Karl, you knew this. He was part of the system, and by the way, he was Jewish too. So was Lenin. Okay, just to keep that in mind. All right, so just to make a mockery, you know what he said once? Religion is the opium of the people. You know why he said that? Because by keeping people busy in religion, the government can get away with murder, and they have. Look how the people now, how they have them. You cannot go to your churches. You cannot worship. That's not going to save you. And if you do, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get a citation, you're going to get a fine, or whatever. But guess what? And then they say, well, stop going to church. If they don't comply, guess what happens? They would take their 501c3 privilege. Now, what is a 501c3 privilege that all religions have in the United States? With the excuse that they do a lot of charity work, blah, blah, blah. It's a big freaking lie. Okay? And you know why it's a lie? I mean, you look at the Pope, the richest man on this planet, and yet you got people in Africa and India and other third world countries going hungry by the thousands, dying of hunger every day by the thousands, which is, I don't have the correct figure, but I know it's like 40,000 people die of hunger every day. Where's the pandemic about that? You see the hypocrite, the hypocrisy in this? Ladies and gentlemen, please. So, 501c3 means that religions don't pay any taxes. That's a quote from the IRS. Okay? They would take their 501c3 tax protection away from them. Okay? So you see, they control the masses by psychologically working them. And that's pretty much the history of the psychological game that have been playing on the human creation. Okay? Now please, once again, do not forget the links that I'm going to send you. Okay? Because believe it or not, and by the way, some of these people that talks about this, they don't push God. They don't push God in the arguments. Okay? Nobody wants to push that. No way, right? But they are saying the truth. Nevertheless, they are saying the truth. Okay? So, let us go to Matthew 24 before I close. Matthew 24, it says here, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love for many shall wax cold. And they're making it easy about this social distancing. They want to separate people. First, they tell you when those people, for Catholics, to hug your neighbor, like, because I went to a Catholic school. And you shake the hand, and that's part of the Mass on Sunday. Now they're telling you, see, people going crazy now. So now they're telling you, no, 6 feet away. 6 feet away. Social distancing. And by the way, this social distancing thing is not a new thing. That was talked about in the movie Contagion, which was released back in 2009. Now let us jump to verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. So once again, there it is. Plain and simple. Okay? Plain and simple. So there is hope. So you got to understand your existence and the purpose of why we were created. We were created by an almighty God. He created us in His image. It is a family composed of not just a man, spirit don't have any gender, but he is referred in the Bible as a he. Now, when we go to Yahushua, he's also a he. But then, when we go to the Holy Spirit, which the true name is Rawak, Hakadesh is a female. That is the mother. That is the one that gives us breath, like the human mother that carries us inside their womb. And then after 9 months, we come out. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a spiritual warfare that's being played. And by the way, I have some good news and bad news. The good news is that this is a test. Like Mr. Tyson himself said it. And humans, being so naive, especially in the United States, are the guinea pig. It's plain, straight up and down, plain and simple. Then you got that it is a human. So this will pass. But then they're already talking. Bill Gates is already talking about another pandemic. These people are non-stop. They're evil. Have you done your research on Bill Gates' father, who was a pretty good friend of what's her name, Sanger, who was the big proponent for abortion. So you get people to kill babies. You get people to go against nature in terms of human relationship, family structure. All right? You do that, you have the people control. In fact, in Argentina, the people are thanking the authority for keeping them inside. Can you believe this? These people are not interested. In New York, partial birth abortion. And now they're crying about this. See? This was planned, like I've been saying. The evil days on this earth are numbered, ladies and gentlemen. Please, once again, please take a look at the links that I'm going to send you. This knowledge is golden. May God bless you, and I will pray for you. It comes straight from, I do this because I love you. I want you to know knowledge is power. But which power? Which knowledge? The knowledge of the Creator. This is where the real power is at. Not man's knowledge. It is corrupted. So once again, I hope that you be saved, and that you be part of God's kingdom coming up on this earth, because there are a lot of bad things coming. Oh, they got so many bad things coming. I mean, even they're going against their own agenda sometimes. For instance, the Real ID, which is being pushed by Bill Gates again, have been pushed to October 2021. The year 2021. They are ready to sacrifice and lose to bring the United States down, ladies and gentlemen. I told you to get ready for this year 2020. Didn't I tell you? This is